It's no secret that when Rockstar Games revealed their confident intention on re-releasing Grand Theft Auto V on the PS5 during the system's reveal event, millions of fans were disgusted. The idea of expecting us to be satisfied, particularly on the horizon of a new console generation with Grand Theft Auto V, was disgusting and arrogant, at the least. The Rockstar faithful had stood by, waiting for what would come after GTA V's initial release in 2013 on PS3 and Xbox 360 and subsequent debut on PS4 and Xbox One in 2014. No one debates the quality and strength of Red Dead Redemption 2. The prequel was one of the most impressive games of the generation, but those two, being the only titles released, left much to be anticipated. It's also no secret that the same Rockstar faithful chewed on any bit of news. Once, a job posting started a flurry of curiosity as to if the dormant Midnight Club franchise was on its way back, as it had to do with hiring someone that developed driving games. The 7-year gap between GTA titles was unheard of, the previous gap only being 5 years, and even then, franchise side stories and other titles were released. There was nothing substantial in 7 years outside of one other game, and then on July 11th, 2020, as the world anticipated the future of gaming, Rockstar, in a near Rickroll level prank, used a beat-for-beat 9-year-old trailer for an 8-year-old game to debut what their plans were for gaming's future. Tell me that doesn't sound arrogant. Brand perception has never been lower, but Rockstar has always had a major ace up its sleeve: an iconic catalog. Rockstar Games holds a set of well-regarded and iconic properties in the industry, many of them built up in the PlayStation 2 era. From Midnight Club to Max Payne to Manhunt, these franchises were once icons of the gaming industry. And then there's Grand Theft Auto. Rockstar's brand perception problem has a pretty easy solution: remake titles from your most heralded era. Some will look to simple re-releases, and to their credit, Rockstar did re-release Vice City, San Andreas, Bully, The Warriors, Red Dead Revolver, Max Payne, and Manhunt on the PlayStation 4, but re-releases do much to nothing to modernize the gameplay, graphical, or audio experience. I just got done playing Vice City for the first time as an adult. I wanted to dive into a game I hadn't played since teen and mature ratings blocked me from those experiences. But to be honest, from a graphical, gameplay, and sound position, the game just doesn't hold up in 2020. But there is a lot of potential in remaking. In an interview with Dean Takahashi, Sean Layden, former CEO of Sony Interactive Entertainment America, discussed the dangerously high price of AAA games. He said, "The problem with that model is it's just not sustainable. Major AAA games in the current generation go anywhere from 80 to 150 million or more to build, and that's before marketing. It's a huge upfront cost. I don't think that, in the next generation, you can take those numbers and multiply them by 2 and think that you can grow. I think the industry as a whole needs to sit back and go, alright, what are we building? What's the audience's expectation? What is the best way to get our story across and say what we need to say? Instead of spending 5 years making an 80-hour game, what do 3 years and a 15-hour game look like? AAA game development won't be less expensive than the current generation of game development. 4K, HDR art, and creating worlds don't come cheap. Personally, as an older gamer, I would welcome a return to the 12 to 15 hour AAA game. I would finish more games, first of all, and just like a well-edited piece of literature or a movie, look at the discipline around that could give us tighter, more compelling content. Tighter, more compact titles have the advantage of lowering costs. We all still want GTA 6, but remakes of classics could satisfy gamers that are patiently waiting for the next game and would keep development costs manageable. Remakes allow for sharper gameplay, graphics, remade dialogue, storylines, and a more immersive experience in a game that was already built up before. Take Vice City. You could keep the map relatively the same size, then modernize gameplay, graphics, remake the characters, allow us to swim, we're in Miami of course, voice acting, dialogue, and sharpen the story, and you to have a compact GTA experience. Not only would it be deeply more immersive than its original counterpart, an added online ecosystem could make for a constant player base soaking up the map. A benefit Rockstar would swoon over, especially with Shark Card and other monetary opportunities that have been sunken into prior GTA Online. Remakes of Max Payne and Manhunt would show modern gamers a Rockstar that hasn't been seen in over a decade, as both are stark contrasts of Grand Theft Auto. Just the announcement of Midnight Club could excite many fans. Campaigns in racing don't require intrusivity. Lean toward the car selection and customizable modifications of 2015's Need for Speed and pick a city. We'll be waiting. Red Dead Revolver could be interesting. Instead of a remake, Rockstar could simply use the name to write a new, smaller story connected to the Redemption franchise, especially since Revolver has little to do with Redemption now. There's a lot of potential in that universe. These are just a few ideas, but they could be the bridge that saves Rockstar money and gives the Rockstar faithful like myself something to chew on in between large game gaps. It just has to be well executed. But what do you think of this idea? Should Rockstar remake classics, or would you rather wait for GTA 6? Drop your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for weekly episodes of the Thursday Churn. I'll see you guys this time next week. Thank you.